On today's episode, Dan and Manny look back at 2021. Happy New Year!
Welcome to the Nostalgia Test Podcast, the show where two longtime friends put their mainstream pop culture past to the ultimate test, the Nostalgia Test.
Welcome everyone to another episode of the Nostalgia Test Podcast. I'm Dan Dissinger here in LA, and I'm here with my longtime friend and co-host, Manny Coelho in New York. Manny, we did it again. We did it.
I can't believe we're here. It seems really quick. It's weird because this year has been broken up into almost like a season breaker, right?
Yeah.
Because like we took a break and
we had a breakdown.
We had a breakdown because of this year. So, you know, I can't believe we're already doing a yearly episode. This one's just the two of us. We didn't get our guests on.
No.
So I remember you saying we're going to do this because you love your themes. So this one's going to be different. So guys, sit back and enjoy the show.
Yeah,
sit
Manny.
back and relax. Enjoy the show.
Thank you for coming to Lowe's. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the show.
Dude, I was singing that the other day. I was just walking through my apartment and going, thank you for coming to Lowe's. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the show. I was like, oh, man, I remember that. And I loved it. I was like, here we go. It's movie time.
I got to go to the can again. I don't want to miss nothing.
I have to go to the can again. I don't want to miss nothing.
That was another one. That was Regal, I think. It was where they cut up with different clips, and it was who was the guy that played the detective that was also the grandfather who was reading to
Peter Falk, Columbo.
Holy nostalgia.
Yes. How did you know? I didn't even. What the fuck?
My
Princess Bride just went into your brain. I was like the grandfather reading too,
That's right.
and I was gonna say Fred Savage, and you were like Peter Falk.
Yeah. Oh, dude, my grandmother used to love Columbo. She used to watch it
my
all the time.
Yeah.
Watching Columbo now is weird. I think he's just homeless.
I have to go to the can again. I don't want to miss nothing.
Columbo?
Yeah, because he just that, or he's animated, and because he just wears the same thing all the time. It's really crazy. That's a weird show. He's amazing. But he's also a Maid, and he's really hilarious in Maid.
Oh man, I gotta check that out. All right, so
Before
we get on our tangents, we have you have this kind of structured for us. So
a little bit, because I felt like we had a good year. We had some amazing episodes. We had some amazing guests, and I was like, why not not just reflect on it, but I don't know. Let's talk about some of the best ones, our favorite ones, some of that. We have many new drops this year. This is the year of the drop.
that's LITHOLGY Brewing. 5 balls.
It's five
balls. Woody could be a little annoying.
A Woody movie.
Another Hasselhoff hit. No.
Blah, 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 blah. Boom. Do it.
Bro hugs.
Wibbity new. Oh.
Shameless plug. There you go. Boom.
Whoa.
That's a hot take.
That's a hot take.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Do it.
Do they do a Woody?
Everything involved the locks.
Get fluxed up. It went extra way. Dude, we're going face to face again.
Drink Flex to perk you up after watching this boring ass movie.
Get fluxed up.
That's good, meatball.
Show me that smile.
Here we go.
Holy nostalgia.
Hoops.
An hourglass is sexy, man. I look at it and I want to touch it. I love Woody.
I like Woody too.
Oh, do you, Dan?
So I'm going to show you mine.
In Europe.
It's Geely bad. Just touch it, right?
I like
Girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch.
That's LITHOLOGY brewing.com.
Some mac and cheese.
Right? It's like, oh, Beluga. This is the Manny Quillo repeat. That was a Manny tangent. No. Whoa. Yeah. Meh. Meh. Meh.
Italian
Spaghetti
place.
people.
We're bringing this podcast to a new level.
No! No! Smeal. Smeal. No! 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 No!
Mentos, the fresh maker.
Join the nostalgia revolution.
Oh, do you, Dan?
Oh,
Shameless plugs.
shit. I just used the bomb.
There you go.
Yeah.
I have to go get her wipe. Smeal. Smeal. Tack, tack, tack,
Yeah,
tack,
yeah,
tack,
yeah,
tack,
yeah,
tack,
yeah.
tack. And you just watch these balls bang into each other, banging back and forth.
Who cares? Women new.
Yeah, I don't think a movie anyone cares about a movie.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
And that's a nostalgia test tangent.
Yeah, we're coming into 2022 strong with all sorts of new things coming up, and I felt like why not? Why not look back and not just reflect, but talk about some of our favorite and some of the best things that we did. But yeah, I mean, overall, Manny, what do you think about our year, our second year or whatever of the podcast? How do you feel about looking at the episode too? Like when I sent you the list and I was looking at them, I was like, wow, we did that episode in 2021. I was like, wow.
It's funny because I'm looking at the earlier ones and I was like, oh my God, those are done in 2021. I thought that was like our first couple of episodes.
Yeah.
We were also recording a lot then. Right? Wasn't there a time we were like, okay, we're going to slow down and go every other?
Yeah, that was after Rocky. We went to every other week.
Because Rocky killed us.
Knocked us out. It was after Rocky. But before Rocky, we were recording once a week, sometimes twice in one day, and then releasing once a week. And I feel like,
You were crazy.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's not about how hard you get hit.
Oh boy.
It's about how you get up and keep going.
I have to go to the can again. I don't want to miss nothing.
So one of your first questions is like my favorite episode. Yeah. And it's funny because there's been recent ones that have been my favorite because of that they're different.
Yeah.
But now I'm looking at this too. What do you mean by like favorite as like one that I remember like having such a great time on, or just one of like the subject?
So like when I was thinking of like my favorite episode, one of my favorite episodes, like maybe the one I remember the most is because it is almost the most different one. And it was like so awesome to do this episode. I'm going to put it as episode 40, the Orange Years, the Nickelodeon story with director Scott Barber. Shout out to Scott Barber. Shout out to the Orange Years. That was like such an amazing episode. It was one of my favorite episodes. That conversation with Scott was so fun. In fact, then I had him back on my other podcast on Writing Remix.
Shameless plugs.
To talk about it again. And we went into all these other places with it. But I'd have to say that is like one of the stand out for me, like one of my favorite episodes, if not like my favorite.
I forgot that we even did that this year. I thought that was a last year episode. First of all, the documentary was phenomenal. Yeah, the conversation was so good. It was definitely different than what we normally do here. Yeah. Because I was going to say one of my favorite ones was, and I can't believe I'm saying it, Rocky IV.
Bro hugs.
Well,
because Buzz in the Tower and how excited they were to talk about Rocky IV, because those guys love everything 80s. Didn't we also get like a coupon for the 80s teas?
I never saw the coupon. I heard of this coupon. I don't know. Buzz in the Tower.
Buzz in the Tower. We're calling you out.
Oh.
buzz that coupon on over. But
where's that tower? But there was another one that I really liked, and that was the one, the Rocky rankings with Steve.
Yeah.
I have to go get a wipe.
I had such a good time on that one with him.
Yes, that one
better than the clowns one. We were just having a great time one, and we had Buzz in the Tower jump in on that one too. So I thought those are really two good ones. I do like the one that you chose just because the orange years. But if I have to say category wise, one of my favorites was Supermarket Sweep.
Holy nostalgia.
Just because that show was fucking great. And it was such a good time to like remember Supermarket Sweep and how like it's not ruined, and Leslie Jones is still killing it.
I watched it recently and so good. Like I watched it and I was like, we need to be on that show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and
how
I
do
feel
you get
like
on the show?
I think one, you're gonna have to come to LA, obviously, and we're gonna
not
have to
sure
say
that's
that
a
you
problem, but cool.
Live here. Possibly because all these people I think are from California where they're
I always feel like some of these people are like actors and actresses who want to be extras on something.
Oh, yeah. And then we're just going to go crazy. I feel like one thing when I was watching Supermarket Sweep, I was like, Manny and I are going to be so loud and insane. And the other part is when we do the big sweep, because I'm like, I was asked like, well, who's going to do the big sweep? I'm like, Manny. Manny's just fast. He's going to fly through this thing and he's just going to go crazy. And I feel like at some point, some aisles will get knocked down or something.
Oh yeah. I'm not, unless they give me rules, like I'm going full broke. There has to be rules, right? Cause like, you'd be like, why are these people not going insane?
Knocking each other's carts
There's
over?
no camera guy anymore.
No,
to be in the way.
No.
Isn't it all a GoPro?
I think it's all, well, no, they're not wearing GoPros. They're not wearing helmets or anything. I think it is cameras, or the cameras are like
on the carts and stuff.
Something. It's funny you say that was your favorite episode because I love that one. And one of the other ones, if I had to pick a second one, the Double Dare episode was just so funny.
That's gonna be more.
Because like I re-listened to that episode like last month or something.
Okay.
And the whole thing about like watching that show and watching the girl get into what you called a potato bag, a caterpillar across the thing. I was like, oh God, that's classic comedy. People, if you haven't seen it, you listen to episode 33, go for it. I mean, really great episode.
What would you say gets the best episode award?
No, this is a tough one because we had so many good, I feel like, good episodes last year. And it's the best episode. Man, I don't know, Manny. What do you got? Do you have a thought on that right now, or?
Not really. I guess like there was ones that we were on fire for, and I'm looking at it like our lightning round. I thought was just fun. I wouldn't say it was the best episode. I think like I don't know, man. This is crazy. You asked it, and I'm trying to think. I'm like looking at them again, and I'm like, I don't know. I guess Rocky 4.
I think I'm gonna go Rocky 4 too.
Rocky 4, because we were still excited about Rocky, even though it was the fourth one, because the way we recorded it.
Yeah,
it wasn't the fourth one because of time constraints for Buzz in the Tower. So we actually recorded that. And this is a little behind the scenes. We recorded it.
I think after Rocky 1.
After Rocky 1. So we literally were still excited about Rocky.
Yeah. I'm going to agree. I think the best episode.
No, it was after Rocky 2.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree. I mean, I think the best episode was the Rocky 4 episode. And I know it's like, well, you're splitting hairs on best and favorite, but I think like the Nickelodeon one can be like argued to be one of the best episodes like that we did last year. But I'm going to give it to Rocky 4, episode 54 with Buzz in the Tower. That episode is a monster episode. They also then reposted the episode as well, which we were really thankful for as well. So
them.
Shout out to them on that.
Yeah, shout out to them. That was great that they did that. That was an honor to be reposted and like they put it up as an episode for themselves.
Yeah, and I feel like that's like the ultimate 80s episode. I mean, there are other 80s movies I think we could like make an argument for, but Rocky 4, I mean, now with the new Rocky 4, which I haven't seen yet, I'm going to work on watching it so we could do our episode on that as well. But this, that was definitely probably the best episode from last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any thoughts, Manny, on like the Rocky journey? Any other thoughts that we
I never want to do it again. It kind of ruined my Rocky.
Shut up.
But you know what? It did allow me to watch Rocky 4, the new one, in a different way, and for better or worse, like analyze it differently.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about more of it because you haven't seen it.
I gotta see it. I
want to like genuinely talk about it together. But I think that was a tough one. That kind of brought us to a screeching halt.
That was rough. I think like it was, in retrospect, I think I would have done it very differently. I definitely think we should have spaced them out a lot more, because I think like after a while people like another Rocky episode, or even me, like I was like, when we got to Rocky Balboa episode 56 with Billy D'Elia, which I keep calling him Bill D'Elia,
Bro hugs.
but like shout out to Billy, first of all. He's been like the all-star guest. I mean, he's been on Roadhouse,
Bro hugs.
Wrap Up,
Bro hugs.
Rocky Balboa,
Bro hugs.
I mean, you know, that episode I thought, okay, we're done. And then episode 57. And though it was an awesome episode with Steve Ferreira, the redemption episode,
Bro hugs.
I just at that point couldn't believe that we were doing another Rocky episode. And I was just like, and that's when we ended it. It was like, I'm done. Like Rocky, I love Rocky, but I'm going to have to take a break from, you know, after I watched this new
after that, we even took a break from like how the show ran.
We took a break from each other.
Bro hugs. Took a break from each other, and we changed up, like, we brought up categories that we had been talking about privately at a different time, and just like random stupid categories as fillers that all of a sudden became
full on
episodes.
Yeah.
Whether people freaking really like them more than the other episodes, who knows? I guess we could just see how many more clicks we get. So, talking to you people, if you don't like it, say something. Let us know what you want to hear more of.
Do it.
Please.
Yeah, we love feedback. I think that's one thing I want to say. Like, we love feedback. Hit us up, email us, hit us up in the comments on Instagram or the comments of the episode. We're on Good Pods as well, that app. You know, let us know what's up, and hit us with some ideas. We love it to know that. And
Shameless plugs.
But I think I agree, like what you're saying. Like when we changed up the format, things changed. And I feel like we got that joy back.
Yeah.
I think that was like...
The movies
like,
were killing me, man. The movies killed me.
I mean, in the new season, if we call it a new season, I would say the Mentos commercials one is like hilarious, like one of my favorite, most ridiculous episodes that we've done.
No! Mentos, the fresh maker.
I thought Gross Toys was one of the most... I guess that was more ridiculous for me. Because that's like one of your favorite drops is like, oh, I got to get a towel because...
Yeah.
I have to go get a wipe. I sprayed silly string all over the place.
Yeah.
I have to go get a wipe.
That's a good drop. I got to get a wipe.
Got to get a wipe.
Yeah.
I have to go get a wipe. This is also sponsored by LithologyBrewing.com, which I am an owner and brewer of in Farmingdale. LithologyBrewing.com, 12 beers on taps, rotating tap handles every 2 weeks. Go to LithologyBrewing.com. Check it out.
So, I mean, these are harder to tell. I guess, like, an episode you're surprised was so popular. I mean, I guess you'd have to look at the numbers, but, like, were there ones that you feel like, oh, this one I really liked, and some people like, oh, we didn't get as many possible, like, you know, feedback on that one?
Episode that I really thought, I guess, big.
Yeah.
I thought more people would be down with big.
Yeah.
And I liked that episode. I thought we dug deep on like what was going on with that.
Yeah.
Another one was breakthrough videos.
Smeal.
That one was
Smeal.
Yeah. That one's a weird one that I was like, you know, I think when we were doing it, we were like, where's this conversation going? But I love the one that even recently, I feel like the one that's out right now, episode 65, Trippy Furniture, that's been out. Love that episode. Really funny. I guess people don't want to hear about lava lamps.
Smeal.
No, I guess this one's for us.
It's exactly.
That one's for us.
I
You
mean,
said to me Thanksgiving was doing really well.
it was sort of. It's funny.
Okay.
Like, I might even think next time around, like, scrap all these like themed episodes. I mean, I'm surprised the techno music one actually did as well as it did.
Techno music.
Yeah.
That was our throwaway episode too. We were like, this is not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, we did that one right after we did it live,
Yeah.
and I was on fire, but at the same time fucking delirious.
Yeah.
So it was like midnight,
Well, you danced up a storm in that live, and I think you
and I
really
had just moved into the apartment.
Oh, that's right.
I'm not the apartment, the house.
That's right. You tucked
Dude,
yourself out.
so many things were going on in my life at that moment, and I'm doing fucking tell me why do we build castles. You know, another surprising, as we're thinking about it, I'm thinking and singing that out, is I'm jumping to the guest memories.
Yeah.
Having Bryce on, and we
Oh,
dissected that song.
my neck, my back.
No, well, that too.
Oh.
He slow rolled my neck, my back.
The Flowbots song.
Flowbots
right?
song. Wow. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah. That was a great episode. Shout out to Bryce, for coming on and
playing,
performing,
too.
Performing
Yeah.
some of those songs. Episode 47, earliest 2000s One Hit Wonders. That was a great episode. Really fun. I couldn't believe the depth of the conversation that we went in that episode. That was crazy.
We brought up like women empowerment and how
Yeah,
WAP was nothing in comparison to my neck, my back, lick my and my crack.
Oh,
Damn,
my
bleep
God.
that out.
Yeah, right. We're doing it. I think one thing was funny is, like, looking back on this, we only did one food episode last year.
Yeah, I'm both happy and sad about it because we were gonna do another one this year.
Gotta get this. Yeah.
I guess we're gonna have to wait until 2022 for it because
Yeah.
we got the cookies. I want to do not Kellogg's but the other brand, General Mills,
Yeah.
because Honey Nut Cheerios needs to be put to the test
Mm-hmm.
in that whole variety pack. So
Yeah. Yeah.
get your oat milk ready.
Getting it ready. So, I mean, some of the other guests that we had this year was so amazing. I mean, just shout out to all of them. I mean, we had Mike on at an Iron Eagle episode, which that episode is insane. We had Rob was on from Sanity.
Rob McCaffrey, yeah.
Yeah. From the Sanity
He
podcast.
did Airborne and Rocky 2.
That's right.
Both. First of all, Rob has terrible choices in Rocky.
Smeal.
And Airborne, you did not like, but we both loved. Rob also almost fell asleep while doing Airborne because that recording went on for like 4 hours. So God bless you on editing that. Mike Silva definitely Italian place. Measuring the score, Rocky won. That's good, meatball. Great
Yes.
talking to them.
Oh, yeah.
And we were just on their podcast talking about Nightmare Before Christmas, which I
Absolutely.
can't wait to hear.
Dave Cusage at Q's Barbecue.
Across the street from Main Street Meat Market. That's where I smoke my food from. Goose Barbecue, bro.
Goose Barbecue.
For the Jada
Locks,
Kiss of
baby.
Death album, Kiss of Death episode.
Everything involved the locks.
That was a tight episode. That was amazing.
That was also another episode that if people wanted to listen to a 3-hour episode, we would release it.
do it.
But it doesn't seem like our fans like to listen to 3-hour episodes.
No.
Because
No.
Dave was on point.
Oh, he had a
that.
dissertation for Kiss of Death.
Remember when we were like trying to rush it through and he's like, wait, but I have like 7
I
more
got more
pages of
notes.
notes. We're like, what? Dave? You have more notes? He's like, yo, I came ready.
Oh.
ready.
Dude, I watched the Locks Dipset versus with Dave, and it was so much fun. It was amazing. But yeah, shout out to Dave on that episode 48.
Cadence.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cadence. He came on to
Cadence.
promote his album, but first time he was listening to ska, and what was great is that we got him kind of into ska because he said he'd listen to more ska. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Cadence.
Cadence doing well out there too.
Yes,
Thank
he
you
is.
for being on. Yeah. Brian Colburn, the Playlist Wars, came on the Billy Joel episode.
Bro hugs.
That was fun. That episode was like a love fest for Billy Joel.
Bro hugs.
It was. And remember when I started it that I wasn't going to like Billy Joel as much as I thought? And I don't like that many songs. And it turned out it was a love fest. It was a love letter to Billy Joel.
Bro hugs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jess Quaz from Second Chance Movies podcast came on.
Yeah. Home team.
I think.
Dude, we gave her a hard episode to come on, and she killed it.
Yeah. Home team.
Rocky 5. Yes, Buzz in the Tower, amazing episode, probably the best episode last year, but Rocky 5 episode has got to be the toughest episode. She killed it. I mean, and really
we made
was
her
like,
watch what is affectionately known as one of the worst movies ever.
Yeah. Home team.
Oh God, terrible.
It has a better rating than Cocktail, but still,
oh my God,
it is crazy that she came on and did so well and made it almost a better movie.
Yeah,
like,
that conversation
the way she looked at it
awesome.
was great. It was great.
Billy again, like just like the all-star of this podcast as a guest. I mean, he's been on 3 times.
Oh,
definitely probably be on in 2022 at least once for the Rocky Balboa episode. Steve Herrera coming out, Rocky Redemption, to redeem himself of his terrible take at the end of 2020 about Rocky 4.
No!
And we're glad he's back on board.
No!
And shout out to Statfest, the guys at Statfest for the Lost Summer episode.
No!
Oh, those dudes. Fucking. Every time Sugar Ray comes on, I think about them now.
Oh, God.
And yes, there has been times lately that Sugar Ray came on for some reason. And you know what it is? Is Apple has this thing called like Manny's Station.
Yeah.
And because I've downloaded some of those songs for the podcast, these songs pop up now and then on my station.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I mean, there's the episode that's not on here because literally we just recorded it and it's coming out. It just came out before I put this list together with Brendan from the Adult Babies show.
Another Hasselhoff hit.
Adult Babies podcast, and we did Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman. Sick guest, amazing time. A shout out to him.
Funny guy. Funny guy. He performs at Lithology. Shameless plug.
Shameless plugs.
That's LITHOLOGY brewing.com. We just had a great time. He figured out how to retransfer, which was a very interesting thing.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
It was definitely like watching an adult baby. So
I'm so tempted to put that out as like some sort of clip, like us explaining how to like transfer.
Yeah,
do it.
Oh man, so many great guests. Like, so who do you think gets the best guest award? I mean, they're all great guests, and I'm just like, so not to start any sort of beefs out there with anyone else, but like, do you? I mean, I have one in mind. I mean,
I know who.
Do you want me to say mine?
This might start a beef.
This might start something possibly, but this is what I'm saying, and I have a great
Some of our guests are like
our
our best friends.
They are, but look.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm saying, to me, the best guest award goes to Jessica Quaz from Second Chance Movies.
Home team.
Because Rocky 5 is a dumpster fire of a film to watch. She sat down, she watched it, she took notes, she came and made what could have been one of the worst It could have been bad. Like Rocky 5 is horrible. Like what were we supposed to do? And we had to do it. And she just knocked it out of the park. I mean, it's an amazing, I think an amazing episode, an amazing guest appearance.
Okay. I agree. But I will have to say Steve Herrera is one of my favorite guests to have on.
Bro hugs.
Because he's one of our biggest fans.
Bro hugs.
He is one of our closest friends.
Bro hugs.
But he's truly a fan, like listens to, he's not just like a close friend that listens to like 10 minutes of our show. The guy like knows our drops.
That's got me ball.
Yeah.
Knows like things we've talked about and literally listens to every show and is like, oh, like when you said this, oh, this was funny. So like when he came on and he did the Rocky Redemption episode, it was so much fun. Just like, oh, wait, you're not just saying you listen to us, like you actually listen to us, you know? So it's like being with a fan,
yeah,
and like talking. So although just hands down, she was prepared and all that stuff, and we gave her a very hard movie to do. So I mean, Brennan was really good on those two horrible movies.
Yeah.
I would say those movies are worse than Rocky 5.
No.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
Yeah. I mean, they're not as long as Rocky 5.
It felt like it. Music was just as terrible.
All right. But everyone was so great. I mean, and we look forward to being, having people on again, and also being on some, coming on and other people's podcasts and, mixing it up.
We got to get on to the Adult Baby Show together.
Oh, God.
Those guys are a riot. The only thing is like, I feel like with them, we have to be there live. It's a whole other energy with them when you're there live because it's just hilarious. So
yeah. And everybody, the Nostalgia Test podcast now offers, for us to host events and, roast your friends and create private episodes for people. We want to
Shameless plugs.
Yeah, we want to like expand and come to your virtual city, or I don't know, hopefully coming up soon that we could come to your city or whatever, do some, and mix it up with doing some nostalgia live stuff. But so Manny, this was the year of the drop.
Yeah.
I have to go get a wipe.
yes.
So like, what do you feel like gets the best drop award?
Okay,
There's
so
so many.
The meatball one
That's got meatball.
is funny, except out of contents. Sometimes you drop it in places where I'm just like, I find it hilarious because like I'm picturing you go, meatball.
That's got meatball.
But like, I think again, I said it before. One of my favorite drops is the spray can of silly string with the I got to get a wipe.
Yeah.
I have to go get a wipe.
Because it fits so well in so many other things that we talk about for some reason, and it just goes like right in line to like something that happened, and then it goes right to that. So I like
recently in the furniture one, I took out the spray and I put
yes,
I gotta get a
Yeah.
I have to go get a wipe.
So now I'm mixing them up all together, and it's becoming a crazy, like, insane time.
I have to go to the can again. I don't want to miss nothing.
it just drops everywhere now.
Yeah, I mean, I love that it's a good meatball, and I think that's going to be a big thing. Good meatballs. The Nostalgia Test podcast. It's a good meatball, but I feel like
That's a good meatball.
I've been using for making some of the video clips Smeal. And it's just so funny to just hear Smeal. And you could use it in so many different ways. Like I'll use it if I'm like, someone says something and I want to like bleep it out, but not use the tone anymore, and just be like, Smeal, and like have that in the middle.
Oh,
Smeal.
Or something like that. So, I mean, it's weird because like there are so many good ones, but I feel like mine definitely, I feel like the best drop is Smeal. I don't know. There are some other ones that are just so hilariously like out of context, so funny, but I think like Smeal is this conversation is dumb.
And that's the Nostalgia Test tangent.
Like it's just
Smeal.
such a great drop. I'm giving Smeal.
Smeal it is.
Yeah.
All right. Most ridiculous episode award.
I don't know. I mean, this is only because the episode made absolutely no sense. I'm giving it to the Brian Regan episode because it's literally not about Brian Regan. It's just us reminiscing about everything else and then going, Brian Regan's hilarious.
Really? I have to re-listen to that episode because I remember, like, wasn't it really just about comedy?
We were talking about his joke, like that album, but every time we started talking about the album, we then started kind of like discussing like, hey, do you remember this? And then like going into these like long stories about whatever. And it was just like that became the episode. And so to me, it's so ridiculous because it's like, unlike the Mitch Hedberg episode or the Dane Cook episode, which we really focused on those two, with Brian Regan, we were just like, I don't know what we were thinking. I don't know where.
You know what I think it was because like with Brian Regan's joke makes you think about your past, and we would bring up one of his jokes and be like, "Oh, do you remember being in science class and making like the volcano and stuff?" So I think his album itself makes you be nostalgic, and I think that's where that went because of that.
Yeah.
So we didn't really talk about the album.
No,
but the album is awesome.
It's so good. That episode is so stupid. Oh my god! Everyone, check it out. Episode 29. Check it out. It's so stupid. Oh man. Well, what do you think is a ridiculous? Are you agreeing with that one, or are you just gonna?
First of all, one I hate is the Sega Genesis Part 2 one. Just because, I don't really like any other games. Like they got that. Like after playing Echo, I was like, was it? I don't know. That episode is weird.
It's a lot of buttons you hear. Like
it's just a lot of. We literally played games on it, so that was a ridiculous episode because like it's not meant for podcasting. It's meant for like Twitch.
Yeah. Still got a lot of good listens though. I don't know why.
That's what's so funny. So that was the ridiculous one. So
yeah. Oh man! A shout out to the big episode because like the ridiculous part about the big episode, I feel like, is just the plot of Big, and then when you realize what it is, how scary and weird it was.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man! So any ones that we want to redo, should we put something back to the test?
Cocktail.
Holy nostalgia.
Dude, you read my mind. I was literally gonna say Cocktail because it's the foundation of our podcast. And maybe it deserves another episode because there's so much in there.
So it's funny that you say this now because as much as, I'm a big advocate for Cocktail, I'm actually afraid after doing all these tests and like the bar's been getting set high of like what is meant to pass as a nostalgia test. And I'm afraid to go back to it because I actually might talk shit about it.
So you're afraid well, we kind of did, but I think I know
we did, but it's different because we're not going to dissect. Like if you remember the first episode, we basically told you the whole movie. We went through beginning to end. Ooh. And I feel like we would do like a quicker round because like we're not going to explain that. We're just going to highlight. And then the question is it really that good?
I think what I would do with that, if we redid the Cocktail episode, I think what we would end up doing is possibly having a guest episode.
You need
Cocktail.
a guest on that one.
Yeah. And I would love to get a guest for a Cocktail, some 80s people, hey, I don't know, or anyone, or, just to have much deeper conversation of the film in ways that like where we're not just dissecting it, but as much as like returning to a great 80s film.
Yes.
That's how I would redo Cocktail, just to kind of get another conversation around it.
Yeah, if only we knew people who like 80s movies and had podcasts. Yeah, so that would be probably the one I'd want to go back to. Mm-hmm. So what are we looking forward to in 2022?
I think for me, looking forward to getting I think like really getting some really cool guests on the podcast, and then also, being part of other podcasts. I would love to, mix it up with some other podcasters, but also I think like, I love this thing we're doing now with the Nostalgia Test Now stuff. We'll have one dropping in January. We did the Lightyear episode, and then so changing up a few things like that, and just literally just continually building. And I think I would love to meet other people in these industries. That was the one cool thing about doing the episode with Scott Barber, was that like, oh, this is a filmmaker, like he's a director and filmmaker. That shit was fun. I want to do more of that. I think like that's kind of something that I'm looking forward to, like, happening next year.
Yeah, I'm definitely digging the nostalgia now things, because it kind of brings us to like current stuff and keeps things like more fun. I'm looking forward to some weird tests, but also getting back to like the food test. Even I can't believe I'm saying it.
I can't believe it.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of missing. I kind of like that. I thought those were fun. Those are there's so much different nostalgia to that.
Yeah,
you like smell and taste are like one of the biggest nostalgic, like best nostalgic feelings, right?
Yeah,
you travel through time through smell.
Smell.
You could literally go to your grandma's house from smelling something. So I like that. And then guests, definitely. I'm looking forward to more video stuff. Trying to get on YouTube. Just kind of changing up what we do. You know what I actually wanted to talk about really quick? I watched the Christmas movie 8-Bit Christmas.
Oh, I want to see it. Yeah, I was gonna watch it the other day.
Okay,
watch it.
So it's a cheesy. I don't know about you, but I love cheesy Christmas movies, like C+.
Dude, there's nothing better.
Right, like Hallmark movies. Like me and Kristen can like go like a whole day of just watching, like, because like they're so predictable.
Dude,
right?
Did you see the one where the guy is a ghost and she falls in love with a ghost and he comes only during Christmas in a castle?
Oh,
no, but that sounds great. There's one. So 8-Bit is perfect for this nostalgia now, because it literally is Christmas Story except Nintendo, placed in 1988. So many references that get nostalgic for you.
Oh,
like
man.
So many references that he's putting in that he did it just to get, like, it's not great. It's not like this next classic, but it's good.
Yeah,
I had a great time watching it.
Oh, I want to watch it. Maybe even we'll watch it and maybe we'll drop that episode in January. Why not? It's still cold.
I think we could, and we could say Nostalgia Now.
Yeah.
It should be a Nostalgia Now test.
Yeah. Shout out to June Diane Rayfield. She was in that movie. Awesome. Part of the How This Get Made podcast group.
Nice. And like I said, I want more food episodes. And
Man.
I want more like suggestion episodes. Like, people need to be telling us what they're into.
We're posting on Instagram. When we post on Instagram asking for ideas, please don't be shy. Put something in the box. Put something in the comments. Email us at thenostalgiatest@gmail.com. Contact us. We love feedback. We want to hear from you, from our fans and from people who are listening. And I think if Manny wants more food episodes, Manny, you're going to get more food episodes.
Let's do it, man.
I always said like if we ever did, let's say when we do something live and in person with actually maybe a small crowd or something, there might, food episodes might be good for that, or something like, some bad gas station beer.
Well,
I'm looking forward to expanding this podcast and to being able to do that and actually, go out, see the fans.
Yeah, guests definitely are fun because it kind of gives us like a different perspective of like, because me and you have gotten used to how we feel about certain things in certain categories.
Bro hugs.
So like having somebody else and like see what their feelings of nostalgia goes through is also a good time.
I think the next time we do a food episode, we do a guest with the food episode.
Sure.
I think let's put someone through the pain and suffering of when they think that they liked something and then eat that thing again and being like, oh no.
Yes,
This is
I like
not
it.
good. And yeah, so another great year. We have a little bit of a break. Looking forward to it, people. Happy New Year. I just want to say, we are so grateful for everyone that has been supporting the Nostalgia Test podcast, listening to the Nostalgia Test podcast, every guest that was on last year and the year before that even. Thank you so much. Seriously, we anytime someone reaches out or anytime someone comes on the podcast, we're really grateful and really humbled by that people are actually out there listening and want to be on the show with us. And so thank you. We're
and they
growing,
invite us on their show,
Yeah.
So,
And awesome.
And Sandy's Overrated, Adult Baby Show, Measuring the Score. You've been on a couple of shows. Yeah, I'm looking forward to expanding this world.
Absolutely. Everybody, thank you so much for listening.
Oh, and we got a new logo.
Oh, that's right. We did get the new logo in 2021.
Oh,
It's awesome.
Love it.
Everybody.
Rachel did so good.
Yeah, shout
out to Rachel. We're gonna we'll put it in the links so where you could contact her. She actually moved from local Farmingdale. Yeah. She now lives in Texas, but she still is doing our work for us for the brewery.
Shameless plugs.
That's LITHOLOGY brewing.com. And she did such a great job. Loved it.
Awesome. Wow. We had a big year, Manny.
Yes.
I
can't wait.
I
really can't wait for this food episode, dude. I'm telling you.
Oh, we're gonna come up with something good
about it, but
we're gonna come up with something good.
Stella Doors, baby.
Oh God,
Stella
we're gonna
Doors.
come up with something really good. Everybody, thank you again. Have a great New Year. See you in 2022. Let's put out the dumpster fire and have a good day.
Guys, check it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Dan says it all the time. I'm gonna say it. You know where to catch us. The Nostalgia Test. Follow us on Instagram. We will be starting a TikTok. Giving myself and Dan more work to do. Which will probably have us just being silly and doing some nostalgic stuff and nostalgic music and costumes. It'll be stupid, but fun. Maybe even have some of our eating episodes on that.
Oh, that's a good
that's
idea.
what I was thinking about. Right?
I mean, we did have an IG live where we did eat a Pop-Tart, and that was actually a pretty good one. And Doritos, and we drank Sunny D.
Lives were fun, but it's all about the TikTok now.
Oh gosh,
so,
yeah, more social media. Can't wait.
Yeah,
Shout
no one
out
else
to
is
Gary.
exhausted, man.
Shout out to Gary V. So we'll see you all in 2022. Thank you, Manny. Thank you for always being the killer co-host.
Thank you for editing, man. I don't know the shit that you got to go through, especially with me mumbling and popping mics. So,
dude, you make great drops.
Popping mics.
Yeah. Popping mics is the new drop before the end of the year. Popping mics.
Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Subscribe and like. Come on. Share. Let other people know about this podcast so we can get more listens.
Yeah, bring us to your city. Peace.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. Please subscribe to the Nostalgia Test podcast to know when new episodes drop. Don't forget to leave us 5 stars and a positive review so more people can find the podcast. Share your thoughts and memories on today's topic on our Twitter @NostalgiaTest and on Instagram @TheNostalgiaTest. Tune in next time because you never know what pop culture will pop up on The Nostalgia Test.